They will not stop until Shedeur gets first team reps. We are not going to stop getting this from Henry Green. No excuses for the Browns trying to destroy number 12's confidence. We've never heard a team trying to lower the buzz on a quarterback, any quarterback. 5th round DTR got first team reps. There's no team in the NFL that will tell you that number 5 is an NFL.
When did he get first team reps?
Henry wrote
when
it
he
and put
started
emoji
against the Ravens.
Inappropriate.
That's a good point.
He didn't get He didn't get first team reps until he started against the Ravens.
Those technically first team reps. Can we do a poll? Should Shedeur be getting first team reps?
No. Can we do it? No.
Mitch, are you allowed to do that?
Don't do it. No.
Has your boss Keith told you you can't do that?
I'm not his boss, and I'm telling him no.
Owen, is that something we're not permitted to do?
Well, I haven't heard anything about that, so I think we should be able to put that out there.
Nobody is drafting a quarterback with the intent to sabotage him or hurt his confidence. That is not possible, and it's not happening here. He will get his first team reps when he gets his first team reps, whenever that may happen. He don't need first team reps right now.
I mean, they must have told Shedeur, because Shedeur basically told his dad. We played the audio yesterday from Shedeur Sanders in his sit-down. He relayed the story that Shedeur told him, don't even bother coming to see me. I got to earn those reps.
Well, he will earn the reps.
So
he will earn the reps.
So what we're saying is he has not earned them yet.
Not yet, no.
They don't have a spare rep to go around. They can't spare a rep.
You can't spare a square. You can't spare a rep. No.
Please,
can I have
just one rep?
Can I have one rep, please?
There was a video of him. Shedeur.
There was a video of him.
No, the other quarterback's tiny.
I don't know if you saw the clip of him talking to Miles, though, when he's like talking about a rep. And he's like, what? That defensive end? Like, it was like, oh, God. Come on, man.
Did Mitch put it up?
They're calling in. Here we go.
I mean, one rep, they can't get one. Don't we want to see Shedeur with
you guys
a rep?
Just demand to be entertained. God, after Kevin is the live press conference at 9:20 or at 9 o'clock, I'm just going to go hog wild at 9:20 because I know how you guys all think. And man, hearing the way that James Rapide and Ken Wyman just dumped on poor Dylan Gabriel. And he's just not an NFL quarterback. Just so flippantly, he's not an NFL quarterback. But they're trying to do right. You could say you don't trust him, but man, it's not like they're not trying to do right by Shedeur Sanders. If you don't trust him, hey man, they've had 6 years or going into year 6. It's been an up and down mixed bag. There's been things that have been totally nonsensical. Yeah, man, I can't say I trust him that much either. I don't trust him that much either. But they're not going out of their way to mess up Shedeur Sanders, for crying out loud. Dave in Cleveland, hello.
Yeah, how you doing this morning?
Hi, Dave.
Okay, I just want to say, are we seriously going to keep on joking around with this situation with this senior citizen quarterback, this midget quarterback that we got?
You can't say the second thing, okay? If you want to call Joe Flacco a senior citizen, Dave, that's a cheap shot, but we'll allow it. You can't say the other thing.
Okay, well, I mean, I just want to keep it real, okay? Can I keep it real?
Without saying that other term, yeah, you can say.
Yeah, okay, well, are we gonna keep on playing around with this situation here? I mean, it's like the Browns don't know how to organize anything. Can we get somebody to know how to organize a team? Let's start with the general manager.
No, they're doing this thing now. You guys have the thing. Hold on, Dave.
All I want to know is first team reps. Can he get some?
I think he should get first team reps. Why not?
There's a vote for
there. It is first team reps. That's one vote.
Why do you want him to have first team reps?
First of all, I mean, just like you said, DTR. He didn't get first team reps until he faced the Ravens, and that's because he wasn't ready. I mean, he needs to get.
Because he was never very good.
I mean, they drafted him. Evidently, they thought he was, just like they drafted Gabriel.
Yeah.
Dave's got a point.
The Eagles are raving about DTR, by the way.
They wasted those preseason first-team reps on Josh Dobbs. And where did he start that year? Not in Cleveland.
Yeah. Again, they drafted him, too. So, I mean, so can we get somebody to know how to evaluate talent then?
You can question whether or not they know how to evaluate talent. But why does he need first-team reps already within a week of practice?
I mean, so he can be ready.
No.
I mean, you never know what's going to happen.
No.
Never know what's going to happen.
True.
No. If he ain't ready to handle first team reps, he ain't going to be ready. He'll eventually get him. No.
So when do you give him first team reps?
When he's ready.
When is he going to be ready?
I don't know. That's a question that they have to answer. I don't get to see him in practice every day. He's listening. Dave's listening to himself on the radio. I can hear it in the background. Goodbye, Dave.
D Pizzy says they don't want Sanders to succeed because it'll look bad on Barry if the third-round pick is a flop and Sanders succeeds. What do you think of that?
Doesn't it look bad on Barry if the fourth-round pick, DeJuan Jones, is great and the first-round pick was a flop? Oh, wait. No, you still get credit for drafting those guys, right? Champions pose. Jack and Lorraine, you're next up on the Fan.
Thanks, guys. Real quick, I think
Should he get first-team reps? Should Sanders get first-team reps?
I was just saying that. Yes, he should get first-team reps.
No, not
But
yet.
should he?
He said yes.
Right?
What?
If it's a competition, it has to be equal.
It's not a competition. It's clearly not a competition. And also, Jack, can I just say it's completely ridiculous for me to say. Can I share this with you? Because I just have to admit I'm wrong on something that I just argued with you about. Okay, Jack? I just have to admit this. I'm wrong because I'm arguing that he shouldn't get first team reps when I don't know whether or not he deserves them or not. You guys don't know whether he deserves them. I don't know whether he doesn't deserve them. That's why this is such a stupid thing to bring up, Tone. Go ahead, Jack.
Okay, and back to the Arch Manning thing. I agree with Haslam. I think he's going to stay 2 years. But if he does come out after this season, the Saints are going to be the worst team in the league, and he's going to play for his granddaddy's team. The Mannings will never let him play for the Browns. He'll definitely stay 2 years if the Browns draft him.
Oh, come
That's
on.
my opinion.
I actually disagree, and I have a theory behind it, but I'm not going to share it yet.
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Jack. Dan and Amherst. Dan, hello.
Hey guys, haven't talked to you for a minute, but are we really talking about Arch Manning in possibly 2 years for the
We're
Browns?
talking about all of it, man.
It's the first
we're
question.
talking
Yeah,
about
I hear
all
you.
of it, man.
I hear you,
It's all
brother.
going on.
I just wanted to comment. You know, if he's going to get, it's going to work itself out. If he's good enough to get first team reps, it's going to happen. There's no reason to push it now. But I had a bone to pick. I was watching the national media. I'm not going to say who, but the whole premise that Dylan Gabriel being a third-round draft pick needs to succeed over Shedeur Sanders because he's a fifth-round draft pick so that the front office can save face. That is such a ridiculous premise.
It is.
Because
It is.
And
Yes.
the reason I say that is, could you really see the Browns cutting Shedeur Sanders, another team picking him up, and he pulls a Baker Mayfield?
I could see him having success somewhere else. That's why I don't think they're going to cut either of them. Oh, that's part of the reason. I think they're going to give equal chances here eventually, but I don't think
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you, and I don't see any front office wanting to save face in that manner. We took him in the fifth. Who cares? If the dude's a winner, he's a winner.
Dan,
and that's all there is to it.
Dan, thank you very much for the call.
The
Coming
poll
up at 9
right now.
No, I'm
The
not. No,
poll
you said it at the
already
break. I'm done.
Kenny is out the door.
Kevin, is it fair to say, because Shedeur hasn't gotten any reps with the ones, I know he's getting some of the twos now, but is it fair to say as you're trying to get this quarterback situation narrowed down here, just get deeper into camp, that he hasn't gotten reps now, he probably won't get any?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into specifics on the players and where they're getting reps and those type of things. He's working extremely hard, like all those guys are. We're still not yet through the installation schedule. We're still just introducing 2-minute yesterday. We'll introduce some different distances today, situationally. So I wouldn't really think much past that.
See, that's why Daryl's one of the best in the business. Did you text him to ask him that question?
I didn't. No.
So he was just listening before, and he goes, all right, I'm going to ask him.
I would never tell Daryl or any of those esteemed journalists.
Daryl.
You've got award winners there. Mary Kay Cabot. Are you
I love
kidding
that
me?
guy.
I would never tell them or even suggest to them
I could hug Daryl right now.
how to do their job. But
He's
it just
in
so
Berea.
happens that exactly what we have been talking about here on 92.3 The Fan, our Browns beat reporter on 92.3 The Fan steps up. He didn't ask.
Daryl
He
gets
didn't
it.
ask about any quarterbacks next year that might be
He
in the
didn't
draft.
ask about any quarterbacks here in the next 2 years. He asked about a quarterback right here
Right
on this
here.
in this organization right now. Right here, right now. That's what Daryl did. That's what separates Daryl Ryder. I'm going to get to another point here in a second. However, Daryl's great. I have to come out and admit, you guys, I have to get both sides of this. You argue that it's an impossible argument. It's fruitless. I don't know what we're actually accomplishing by it. But you say, well, he needs first team reps. And I said, where does it prove that he needs first team reps? I can't say he doesn't. I won't say he doesn't now because I don't know what he's done. I don't know that he hasn't done well. And then if I tell fans all the time, they have zero right to expect you to trust them. Zero. 3-14. They're under 500 as a group now. They have zero right to just expect you to trust them. They don't get that benefit of the doubt. So if you don't trust them, how am I to know that they're making the right decisions with Shedeur? The only thing I can say is that they didn't just draft him to kill his confidence. They're not trying to hurt his confidence. I think that there are a lot of people that they are working with right now. And you only get so much time actually out there on the field, courtesy of the CBA. And I do think that they are. And this is where the offseason stuff was so important. And he was starting behind. They are trying to win football games. Now, you guys don't care about winning football games. You've made it very clear to me, even though fans were chanting for Joe Flacco.
I did hear that
when he came out. He would give you the best chance to win right now. But you guys are all telling me that you don't care about winning football games this year. So
here's some Joe Flacco
love.
Okay.
No, they won't be back out there. That group.
Kevin, for Luke Florio to go for a rookie tryout guy, minicamp tryout guy, to this opportunity.
Look at laser focused Kevin Stefanski.
Boom.
He's getting grilled. Meanwhile, they're having a party out there for Joe
lasers,
Flacco.
Man. He's all lasers.
Kevin, for Luke Florio to go for a rookie tryout guy, minicamp tryout guy, to this opportunity.
Now, was that coming from the wide receiver room? Was that Jerry Jeudy and
Jamari Thrash, Deontay Johnson, Luke Florio?
I heard Jamari.
Kevin, for Luke Florio to go for a rookie tryout guy, minicamp tryout guy, to this opportunity.
Who else?
Was that Sal Cannella?
Yes, he got it right.
Was that Keyshawn Johnson?
How do you spell that?
Don't know. Was that D'Artagnan Tinsley? Well,
Okay,
D'Artagnan Tinsley's the backup left guard.
Wait, that's a real name?
Amani Yeah, it's real.
I thought he went Key and Peele. I swear to God.
Backup left guard. Where's he from?
He is from
Murray State.
Hold on. It's in the state of Ohio.
Jack Marius.
No, he's from
Cincinnati.
He's from Cincinnati. D'Artagnan.
Kevin, for Luke Florio to go for a rookie
from Pittsburgh.
tryout guy, minicamp tryout guy, to this
By way of Delaware. Then by way of Berea. Took the wrong route to Berea. Only took him
Flacco's
20
from
years.
Jersey, Philly.
I want to ask you if Shedeur's the only quarterback you really care about. Lima says Lima was willing to admit he was the only quarterback he really cares about. Do you guys really only care about Shedeur Sanders? Like, you just be honest with me. That's fine.
I don't think there's anything wrong. First of all, it's one thing to just have a guy you root for. We've done that. My God, the Hoyer Manziel circus.
But ultimately,
where they tore the fan base apart.
Can you define care about more?
Well, like, if any of them got hurt personally, like, you can always be a human and be like, I feel bad for that guy. I mean, care about, like, how well they're doing. That's what I mean by care about.
He's the one. He's the first one. I'm searching his name. All these camp days to see the throws, to see the highlight reels. I'm going to him first. And the reason I'm doing that is because I just flat out think he can be better than the other guys. And even if he's not, like, I think his ceiling is just so much higher than Dylan Gabriel. Sorry, Kenny Pickett.
Well,
sorry.
Joe Flacco's 40. Kenny Pickett is right now and also ran, and he's also hurt. Dylan Gabriel. Here's James Rapine on Dylan Gabriel. James Rapine, Locked On Bengals, as well as Sports Illustrated. Who would you start if you were the Cleveland Browns? Who would you start at quarterback?
Shedeur Sanders.
Week 1?
Whoa!
Well, for sure, week 1. But
Whoa!
Can we start by giving him some first-team reps? I mean, what the hell are you drafting him for if you're not going to give him a few reps with Jerry Jeudy?
You have him talking about how Ken Wyman doesn't care about Dylan Gabriel, doesn't think that he's going to be a good quarterback. I mean, these guys are ripping on him where it's almost to the point of it's not the same because Manziel was such a goof and Justin Gilbert ended up being a goof. I don't think that Dylan Gabriel is going to be a goof, But if you're looking at guys who are not very good, like Shedeur Sanders could always end up being an also-ran into nothing in his own right. But if Dylan Gabriel ends up being an also-ran into nothing, it's like, man, you took Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round? You really need to do that? Like, so many people do believe he's overdrafted. We can all be honest about when it comes to caring about how they're doing, it'd be great if Dylan Gabriel goes out there and plays well. Hey, man, that'd be great. That's fine. But I think everybody to a man believes, or most of the people believe, that Shedeur Sanders is the one with the higher ceiling. He's the one that does have some star power. We can all be honest with ourselves. Dylan Gabriel's the one, or Shedeur Sanders is the one that we really want to see how he does. Care about's a strong word, but we got to say he's the one that we care about. Shedeur's the one that we care about.
Eric on X says, Daryl told Jake on overtime last night he was going to ask the question, and my man came through.
Well done there, Daryl. Well done. Now, it doesn't mean that Kenny Pickett or Dylan Gabriel can't be not the one we want, but the one we needed. We could find that out in a couple of years. But Shedeur right now, he's the one we want. That's all there is to it. Now, I'm not trying to hurry him up on first-team reps, but damn it, I can't make an argument against first-team reps.
Do you think he'll get any this week?
In practice?
Yeah.
It's already Wednesday.
Yeah.
They practice
They're
again
off tomorrow.
They're off tomorrow, and they practice Friday.
Friday, Saturday.
Maybe we'll get something on Friday.
I'm seeing video of Shedeur 40 minutes before practice doing a little bit of the Dak dance.
Oh, activating his hips.
Yeah, and he's throwing a ball against the field goal stanchion.
216-474-0092. Is Shedeur the only one you really care about finding out about? I don't think that's what this season's all about. That's why when people say, well, with MJ Emerson, what does it matter? There's still guys, if you are even the worst Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Berry critic, if you really don't think that they're any good whatsoever, there still has to be a tinge in you that wants to see what MJ Emerson was going to do this year, whether or not he was going to be the future. There has to be a tinge in you, just like how many people like DeJuan Jones out there? Probably 9 out of 10 Browns fans like DeJuan Jones, and the other one's a Michigan fan. If you like DeJuan Jones and you do, then you want to see how DeJuan Jones was doing this year. So DeJuan Jones, right now healthy, thank God. Hopefully he'll continue to stay that way this year. We'll see what he has. I mean, you could have still came out of the season. Yeah, you could think that they're not going to win many games. They're going to be a 4 or 5 win football team. But if those guys do well, it's like, okay, pay them and let's keep them and let's see what they do with somebody else. Let's see what they do with a different regime. I think that's perfectly fair and fine to say. And for Shedeur, I think it's perfectly fair to go, you want this season to stand for something. Remember we were having that argument earlier this morning. When was it? Was that 720? Was that 720? Yeah, that was 720. The Stephen Kwan, Emmanuel Classe argument. You want the season to stand for something. You want it to be worth your while. So if you guys, like when we were arguing about the Guardians, you can go back, 923thefan.com on the free Odyssey app. You can go back and listen to that argument where I was saying, man, it starts in the wintertime where if you're not going to add to it, you better figure out a way to make this thing better for the future. And if you're just playing out the string, people are going to be upset. Okay, if you're not going to add to the Browns right now with anything that's tangibly like a number 1 overall pick, this guy's going to be bona fide, boom, bust, whatever. If you're not going to do that, then the season better stand for something. So probably the season stands for the guy who has a high ceiling and a lot of questions, and people want him answered. Because even if you hate him, and there's fans out there that do, and hate it when we talk about Shedeur Sanders, hate it, you're still curious. If you think that he's terrible, you want to win the argument. Because it's nothing for you to think, hey, they're not going to be that good anyway, what the hell? And then you can, quote unquote, root for a real quarterback in the future. You still want to see it. 216-474-0092. I'm going to get to you guys. Is Shedeur the only quarterback you really care about out of this mix? One's old. One is a journeyman. One is arguably overdrafted. The other one, big ceiling. Major star.